And coming up, you got bright blue hair, you got white gloves, right? You got a lot of shrieking. This is the state of the resistance, because the trans resistance, they seem to be just losing their mind, if they have ever had much of a mind, about Trump wanting to protect girls and, of course, keep men out of women's bathrooms. So a Massachusetts town going so far as declaring itself, as I mentioned in the Angle, a sanctuary city for transgender and gender diverse people. The city council voted in favor of the sanctuary status 9-2. Watch.
I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me.
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
It demands a response from our elected officials to say, we recognize that you are under attack, and in Worcester, we are going to protect you.
Joining me now, Jim Polito, who's a conservative Boston area radio host. Jim, great to see you. I remember
Great
Worcester. One of my brothers went to Worcester Polytech. Now this was like a blue collar, a factory town.
Yes.
I know Worcester really well. How
Laura,
did this happen?
I grew up there. It happens because the city has gone crazy, Laura. My pronouns on this one are, I can't go back there. I mean, this group last night put up such a fit. Actually, they were the most intolerant. They were threatening violence. And wait until you hear this. Wait until you hear this. Two of the counselors who voted no, one happens to be Jewish. The tolerant crowd here who was looking for acceptance started yelling at him with a fake German accent. They called him a fascist, and they started making pig noises, oink, oink. This man who voted against this, his parents were Holocaust survivors who moved to Worcester in 1949. I mean, this is out of control, Laura. And you're right. I grew up in Worcester. I don't live there anymore. It used to be a blue-collar city. My brother went to WPI, too. It is no longer that. And Jim McGovern, I think you know, is the congressman from Worcester, and he's partly responsible for this transformation of what was a working-class, quiet city. And then we have this kind of craziness in front of the council.
Well, what I have to remind everyone watching tonight is that the Democrats for years claimed that Republicans were pushing the envelope on protests at January 6th, Charlottesville. That's all they ever said. And it was, oh, they're the violent ones. They're the threatening people. Well, who's threatening now? Yeah. Using pig noises to a Jewish American who has the right to vote any way he wants on an issue like this? That's not threatening?
Any other group that had come in front of the council and behaved the way that they did, with threats of violence, too, Laura, in some of the sound bites you'll see, they would have been tossed out. Let's say Jim Polito showed up and said, I want to make this a sanctuary city for white males who are practicing Catholics, conservative, and drive Harleys. I'd be thrown out. We wouldn't even be entertained. We would be thrown out.
I think we have more sound. Let's play one more sound bite. I don't know if we have the one that you're describing, which I wish, but we do. Let's just play a little bit more from this.
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here.
Up, please?
I'm sorry. Am I taking too long pleading for my life?
Please wrap up.
You know, Laura, there's the other one with the purple hair.
It's a fake victim mentality. Yeah. It's so phony.
It is. The one with the purple hair said, if we don't feel safe here, you're not going to feel safe here. How is that tolerance? How are these the people who don't want hate? And can I just add one more thing, Laura, that's the cherry on top of this? Why do we need a sanctuary city in a state where the governor is a member of the LGBTQ community?
I think it's pretty much a sanctuary for the fringe. And that's apparently what the great state of Massachusetts wants. And time to take back New England, Jim. I've been saying that for a long time. I'm from Connecticut. My whole family is from Boston. Got to take it back. It's absurd what's happening. You shouldn't have to write those states off every presidential election. Jim, thank you very much.